Welcome to the maths class of standard 8. In lesson number 2, parallel lines and transversal, we are going to learn about the angles made by the transversal. But before going to learn this new thing, let's recall what we have studied so far. So let's recall, we know that in a plane, suppose two lines are given to us, or whatever the lines given in a plane, either the lines will be intersecting to each other. For example, like this line L and line M, they have this one point in common. This point is called intersecting. Hence, these two lines are called intersecting lines. And if you observe here, these two lines, line A and line B, they are not intersecting. And if I extend them on both sides, whatever, they are not going to meet. They are like two tracks or two rules of the railway track. They will not meet each other. Or the front two tires, their way will not meet each other. Whatever long distance they will travel, they will not meet each other. So such not intersecting lines are called as parallel lines. Okay. So what are these parallel lines? So first thing, the lines which are in a plane, in the same plane, and they do not intersect are called parallel lines. It should not happen if that one line is on my blackboard, this is a plate, and suppose the another line is somewhere here on the table. This table is also a flat surface. This is also a plane. One line is drawn here and one line is drawn, and they are not intersecting each other. It doesn't mean that they are parallel. So for parallel lines, two things should be important. First, the given two lines should be in the same plane and they should not intersect each other. This is the second thing. Okay. Now when we have two intersecting lines, at the point of intersection, how many angles are being made? I have written here angles form at a point of intersection. So if I name this point of intersection, say as A, and if I name this point some here, say PQ, and say let's see here R and S. So line L I have renamed as PQ line, and line M I can say this is RS line. So how many angles have been formed? Here I have formed, you can see that 1, 2, 3, and this is the fourth angle. 4 angles have been formed. Let's learn to write the name of the triangle in a proper way. When we write the name of the angle, we have to write 4 angles. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's write the number 1 angle. Now here this is the angle. Okay, I am highlighting this angle for you. Okay, so now what is the vertex of the angle? The vertex of the angle, the name of this intersecting point is A. So it should be written with the symbol angle. A should be written in the middle position. We write the name of the angle using 3 letters. Now the middle letter should be always the vertex. Okay, and here which 2 letters we should write? Now this angle, we have written vertex here in between. Now this one arm is going towards point P and the another arm is going towards point R. So here we can write P and here we can write R. Of course you can change these 2 letters, interchange this, but A, that vertex letter we should not change. So angle number 1 is angle PAR. What is the name of the second angle? Second angle is, you can see here from the figure you can say PAS. Okay. So you can write directly if you can observe and understand PAS, or using this method, A in the center, one arm towards going P and another towards S. PAS is the another angle. Which is the angle number 3 here? Third angle. Again the vertex is A, one arm towards going S and another going towards this point Q. So angle A in between S and here Q. So SAQ. And the fourth angle is, again the vertex is in between A, one arm going towards R and another going towards this point is Q. QAS. So it's QAS. Okay. So here we have written 4 angles form at the point of intersection of these 2 lines. Now we have learned pairs of these angles out of these 4. So how we can have a pair? Now 2 types of pair we have learned. Either we can have angles in the linear pair. Angles in the linear pair. As the name tells you that linear means the two angles. Of course, pair mean always there should be two angles. Okay, so first pair if I want to write, it will be say angle 1 if I am taking here angle 1, and now along with this, what is the angle in the linear pair which is adjacent to it, and that this is the common arm. Suppose this is the common arm of angle 1 and 2, the uncommon arm will form a line. So these two angles together they form a line. So angle 1 and angle 2, here I am writing in short. You can, to understand you can write, but for answer you have to write this answer using such letters. Okay. So this 1 and 2 is the first pair of angles in the linear pair. What is the second pair? You can see this angle 2 and angle 3 also forms a line PQ. So second pair of this angle 2 and angle 3. What is the third pair of linear pair? What about angle 3 and 4? This is also making a line. So angle 3 and angle 4 is the third pair of a linear pair. And come to the last pair, first and 4 or fourth and first. So fourth pair of linear angles in the linear pair, this also makes a line, is angle 1 and angle 4. Angle 1 and angle 4. Okay. So if you are considering the angle PQ, okay, these two angles form a linear pair, 2 and 3 as well as 1 and 4. And if you are talking about this line RS, angle 1 plus 2, this forming a linear pair, and these two angles form a linear pair. So this is one type of pairs of angles for intersecting line. What is the another we have learned before? It is vertically opposite. Vertically opposite angles. In short, we call them VOA. Okay, vertically opposite. Means what? Suppose for angle 1, we are talking about, what is the vertically opposite pair of this? Now, these are the arms, okay, of this angle. First angle, P8R. What is the opposite array of this array AP? Its opposite is going here. AQ. So, this is the opposite, okay. And what is AR? Its opposite? It is AS. So, angle 1 is vertically opposite angle of angle 3. So, it's look like, you know, it is the number 36, okay, in Marathi, because suppose this 3 and this 6, its face is here, then here face of 6 is here. This we write in Devanagari 36. So, this is one angle, this another angle is on its opposite side. Only their vertex are same, and their this arcs form a line over here. Okay. So angle 1 and angle 3 are vertically opposite. This is the first pair, and remaining pair you can see that angle 2 and angle 4 are the vertically opposite. Okay. I am recalling all this thing because many times students get confused with these pairs and the pair which we are going to learn after this with respect to a transversal and parallel lines. So that's why we have recalled all these things which we have learned so far. Okay. So this we have learned before. This was our recall. Now let's come to see what is a transversal. We have seen meaning of this parallel lines. What is over here? Now let's see the meaning of the word transversal. Now what is a transversal? If a line intersects two lines, of course in the same plane in two distinct points, then it is called a transversal of that two lines. Now henceforward, whenever we talk about a line, we will always talk about a line in the same plane, whether mentioned or not. The lines will be always in the same plane. Okay. So the line should be such that it should intersect two lines, okay, in two different points. Then it is called transversal. I have drawn here three figures, and we have to identify which of the line is a transversal of other two lines. Now think about line P. Now line P is intersecting line Q here. So these P and Q are intersecting each other, correct? Now P is intersecting to line R also. So P is the line which is intersecting line Q and R in two different or distinct points. Distinct means different points. That's why in this figure we can say line P is a transversal of line Q and R. Okay. Now let's see the figure number 2. Now in figure number 2, we have three lines, line A, line B and line C. Now line A intersect line C at this point, correct? And line B intersect this line C at this point. So which line is intersecting? One line is intersecting to other two lines. So here we can say that A is intersecting C but not B, or B is intersecting to line C but not A. That's why. But line C is intersecting line A as well as B. So now here the line C is your transversal for these two lines A and B. So you have to identify which is the transversal. Every time there will not be a standard figure. Figure can be given in any way. You have to find out which one line intersects to other lines. That is your transversal of other two. Come to the figure number 3. Here we have line L, line M and line N. Now line L is intersecting M at this point. And now line L is intersecting line N in the same point. Now line L is intersecting other two lines, but it is not intersecting two different points. It is intersecting in the same one point. Hence, or the same thing we can say about line M and N. So this figure is not a figure of transversal. None of these three lines is a transversal of other two lines, because the point is only one, not two different. Okay. Now I hope you have understood what is the meaning of parallel line and transversal. Now let's come to learn about the angles made by transversal of two lines. Okay, so let's come to the next part. Angles made by a transversal of two lines. Let me draw two lines first. Say line A and line B, and suppose this is the transversal line C. Okay. So now our C is intersecting two lines at two different points. So let's name these 2 points, say as P and Q. Okay. And to name these angles, let's have some names over here on this figure. Let's say we can say A, B, C, D, and here E and F. These are the points we have taken on the line, so which will be easier to name the angles. So when the transversal is intersecting line EC, line intersecting line A and line B at different point P and Q, how many angles have been formed? You can see, we have seen that when two lines intersect, we have here 4 angles. Now here we have more 4 angles. So how many angles have been formed? We have formed 8 angles. Let's number these angles. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7 and 8. So at point P, we have 4 angles. And at point Q, we have 4 more angles. So in all, we have 8 angles. So let's write at point P. Okay. So first, the angle number 1 is this. So P will come in the center position, and one arm going towards A and other can be CE. Now you can have one normal rule how to write the name of the angle. You can start with the transversal, come to the vertex and go to the line. So transversal, vertex and then line. If you follow this rule, then you can write this angle EPA. Okay, this is EPA. This is angle number 1. Now what is the angle number 2? Now angle 2 is transversal, vertex to the line. So EPB. So angle EPB. Here at point P, whatever 4 angles you will write, P should come in always in the center position. Now what is this? And so this we have written angle 1 and 2. What is the third angle? Now here for the angle, these 2 angles were above the line. Okay. Now for third and fourth are the below the line. For below the lines, you can start with this B, P and this point Q. This third angle is P will be in center, one arm going towards B and another going towards Q. So it's BPQ. So we are writing like this, BPQ. Follow certain rule. Here we cannot start with transversal. We have to start with here. Okay, BPQ. And fourth angle will be angle APQ. This is the fourth angle. Okay. A, P, Q. So these 4 angles were at point P. Now what are the remaining 4 angles? They are at point Q. So fifth angle, which is at point Q, this is point Q. Start from here, you can see P. Instead of going for E, you can start with P, Q, C. This is your fifth angle. P, Q, C. Angle P, Q, C. Sixth angle, it is now P, Q, come on the right side, D. It's angle P, Q, D. What is the seventh angle here? Now fifth and sixth were above the line and seventh and eighth are below the line. So here you can start with this line, point on this DQF, angle DQF, and the eighth and last angle of this one CQF, okay, CQF. So here we have learned how to write the name of the required angle, okay. Now we have seen that there are 8 angles, 4 at first intersecting point and another 4 are at next intersecting point. Now we are going to see the pairs of angles from these 8 angles now in this with reference to this figure. Now what is the first pair of the angles related to this? Okay. So these are the 8 angles made by the transversal. In this first we will learn to see what are the corresponding angles. What are the pairs of corresponding angles? Now for corresponding angles, what we have to